Chevrolet. You've got the purple flames. You've got the purple chrome trim around the white number. The rest of the car is black, overlaid on top of brick. So a transparent black overlaid on brick. Good looking car. Early favorite right now, Ross Chastain leading the way. Number 2, Discount Tires for Austin Cindric, last week's winner. Good looking scheme, but we've seen it numerous times in similar variations. Winchester spicing it up a little bit on the side of the number 3 Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. Got the red text, which stands out a lot better on that camo. I like this car for Austin Dillon. See what he can do here today. Rush Truck Center is going to be on the side of Noah Gregson. He's got the cowboy hat he's been rocking all weekend. Rush Truck Center is always a good paint scheme, but still going to tip the hat to Ross Chastain. Number 5, Kyle Larson, got the Valvoline colors. He's going to be mostly red this week with a little bit of blue trim and some white trim as well. Good looking car. Going to put him in the top 5 as well. 1, 2, Chastain and Larson right now. Consumer Cellular on the side of Brad Keselowski's ride. Good looking car, but we've seen it a few times. Cat's Coffee on the side of Justin Haley. So we'll slide him into the 3rd position. He's got a, I don't know. I don't even know what you call that, but it's a tartan, maybe a plaid. I don't know. Going on the side of the Cat's Coffee Chevrolet here, green, white, and black. Good looking car. Going to slide him into 3rd for now, but going to bump him down, going to bump everybody down because I'm putting this at number 1, the 7-Eleven car for Kyle Busch. He is going to the top spot. Ross Chastain now in 2nd. And of course, Kyle Larson going to be in 3rd there. 4th now for Cat's Coffee. Chase Elliott, going to slide him in there too. Going to put him just above Justin Haley, so he'll be the 4th man as it stands right now. And I'm not going to be able to keep up with this all the way through. But all gold, Napa 100, 1925 to 2025. So good looking car here for Chase Elliott. All gold, blue number, solid design. Number 10, Grizzly nicotine pouches for Ty Dillon. Good looking car, but we've seen it a few times. Progressive, it's now become an old hat, but the petty blue on the number 11 looks really good, similar to Chase Elliott's number 9 Amazon car. Menards, and they're going to have Knopf on the front of the Ford Mustang Dark Horse for Ryan Blaney. A similar scheme, or a familiar scheme to all of us. Leaf filters, familiar for AJ Allmendinger, and the number 16 Chevrolet for Colleague. 17, Fifth Third Bank, which is the most annoying name for a bank of all time, but it's on the side of Chris Buescher's car. We've seen it a million times. Tracker, Bass Pro Shops, Bass Pro, Chase Briscoe. We've seen it a million times. Number 20, Interstate Batteries car. Going to slide him above Justin Haley. We've seen it a million times before, but I just like the Interstate Battery scheme, so I'm sliding him in there. Justin Haley has now been bumped out of the 5th spot. Worth on the side of Josh Berry's number 21. Looks familiar as a Penske car, not as familiar as the number 21 for the Wood Brothers, but a good-looking scheme nonetheless. The 22 AAA insurance here. For the side of Joey Logano, good-looking car. Gonna have to bump the Interstate Batteries car over this one. McDonald's going with the fries and ketchup again on the number 23 for Bubba Wallace. Let me look at these two real quick. That's a tough call. They're both pretty similar. We're going to put a tie for 5th right there between the 22 and the 25. 34 for Loves here of Todd Gilliland. Seen it a million times, but it doesn't matter now because 5th has now been bumped. We got the Beatbox for Riley Herbst. We're going to slide that in there to the 5th spot. Rainbow colored on top of black. So pretty awesome scheme. Let's see. Number 38, speedcash.com for Zane Smith there in the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. And then Red Baron. We're going to bump Kyle Larson out because we've seen similar Valvoline schemes before. We're putting the Red Baron scheme in there. So Kyle Larson now bumped top 5 there. Includes now Cole Custer, Dollar Tree and Advent Health for the Legacy Motor Club cars of the 42 and 43. Then you got the Jordan brand. A lot of people are stoked about this one. It's just black and white. Not feeling it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's Jordan brand, so it'll sell a lot of diecast if they sell the diecast, but it's not the best effort from the Jordan brand. It's just black and white with some red trim. So pretty basic in my opinion. Number 48, Ally, Do It Right. Good looking car for Alex Bowman. We've seen it a million times. 51 Arby's on the side of Cody Ware. His brother, Carson Ware, won in the Cars Tour last night at Ace Speedway. So shout out to him. 54 Saya on the side of Ty Gibbs, Toyota Camry there. Rocket Randall Gibbs in the house. And then we've got a lot of color here. Not necessarily my favorite paint scheme. Sara Lee Craft Singles, number 60 Kroger Ford Mustang Dark Horse for Ryan Preece. Interesting car, to say the least. Number 66, Chad Fincham. And Garage 66 bringing a good looking paint scheme here. Hopefully they can do something with it today. But a good looking scheme for them. Not going to bump anybody out, I would say so far. But good looking scheme nonetheless. Number 71, Delaware Life for Michael McDowell. And Ride the Dente, your pole sitter, Carson Hocevar in the 77. Good looking car. And Safety Culture, always a good looking car. But we've seen both of those before. 99 Kubota, we've also seen that for Daniel Suarez, but also a really good looking car. But I'm going to stick with my top five that I mentioned earlier. All right, that is the breakdown of the paint schemes. Now let's get into where those paint schemes qualified. And then we'll get into the statistics. Chad Fincham took a very conservative lap, and he is going to be the shotgun on the field at 38th. SVG, also a conservative lap in the Safety Culture. Chevrolet going to be rolling off 37. 36 for Cody Ware. 35th, Jesse Love making his start in the C4 Ultimate Energy. Number 62 for Beard Oil or Beard, whatever they call that team. Beard Oil is the sponsor, or usually who owns the team or whatever. But C4 on the side of it. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the Sunny D Chevrolet starting 34th. Ryan Priest 33rd. Todd Gilliland 32nd. Ross Chastain 31st. And 30th, Brad Keselowski rolling off. Barely cracking the top 20 is in the top 20s. 29th is going to be Chase Elliott, John Hunter Nemechek, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, and then Daniel Suarez rolling off 25th. So some heavy hitters here from 25 and on down, honestly. 24 to 21 going to be Ryan Blaney, Ty Dillon, Chase Briscoe, Riley Herbst, and then Cole Custer, your first man in the top 20. Just above him in 19th is going to be Austin Dillon. Noah Gragson in 18th. Tyler Reddick in that Jordan brand Toyota Camry going to be 17th. 16th place for Christopher Bell, who's off to a blazing start this season. Justin Haley with a nice qualifying effort in 15th is the beginning of your top 15. 14th place, Eric Jones. 13th place going to be Zane Smith. Chris Buescher 12th. Alex Bowman 11th, and your top 10 is going to be in 10th place, AJ Allmendinger, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Josh Berry, Ty Gibbs, and in 5th place, you're going to have Michael McDowell. Good lap for him, but he was bettered by Kyle Larson, who's in 4th. Austin Cindric, your previous race winner, in 3rd, starting to get some momentum going this season. Then you got William Byron is outside pole, and your pole sitter, as mentioned earlier, is going to be Chili's Ride the Dente Chevrolet of Carson Hocevar. The Ride the Dente tent set up on the infield of most of these races. I'm sure they have set it up for Talladega. All right, let's go to the statistics for this race, brought to you by DriverAverages.com. William Byron, best average finish at 3.7. Brad Keselowski starting back in the field, but he has an average finish of 5.7 here in the last 3 races since 2022. Chase Briscoe is going to be 3rd place with a 7.0. Then you got Daniel Suarez, Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace, Carson Hocevar, Justin Haley, Chase Elliott, and Denny Hamlin going to be sort of your top 10 there. Had to skip a few drivers that are no longer racing with us. Previous winners, we've had 3 winners in the last 3 races: Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, and Fast Willie B. William Byron. So there are your previous winners. If you're looking for somebody who might get you a solid top 10, 3 drivers in the last 3 races have gotten a top 10: Keselowski, Briscoe, and William Byron. And if you look at laps led, because that is a statistic I like to look at as to who's going to be strong here, Kyle Larson leads the way with 195, 143 for Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace 116. Nobody else in the 100s, but the next closest man is going to be Chase Elliott at 84. Poor qualifying effort, but maybe he's pulling a Ryan Blaney and has a long run car. If we go to DriverAverages.com's rating for this at 111.3, Tyler Reddick is going to be the man to beat statistically, according to them. William Byron going to be next on that list. Kyle Larson going to be 3rd. So there you go. Those are statistically. Denny Hamlin 4th. Statistically, your power 3. I'm not going to take any of those guys to win this race. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Carson Hocevar gets the win here today. I'm going with him as my pick to win this race. If you're going for a dark horse, I'm going with Chase Elliott here. Even though he didn't qualify well, I'm thinking maybe he has a long run car. Another dark horse, of course, would be Brad Keselowski. Does he turn his season around today? In fact, that is the poll question. Which of these drivers do you think is going to turn their season around today, or has the best chance to turn their season around today? Keselowski, SVG, Noah Gragson, or Daniel Suarez? Right now, Keselowski is leading the way. Fantasy picks for today. I've got, let's see, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, and Ross Chastain. And then your 50-50 pick'ems are Tyler Reddick versus Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace versus Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski versus Ross Chastain, Joey Logano versus Austin Cindric. And let's go to League standings. Where are the league standings at? I haven't gone over that in a while. Catskill Mountain Racing is leading the way at 1954. Next close to him is going to be Kevin at 27. In second, Enzo in third place continues his strong run to the season. Somehow I've managed to get in fourth place. It'll be short-lived, but I'm in fourth. Wise Guy dropping to fifth place after leading early portion of the season. Zachary Mungro in sixth. FHH Garage in seventh. Eighth place is going to be Like Dislike. Billy 88 Joe is in ninth. An exclamation point rounds out your top 10, tied with Shaw. So Shaw now in the top 10, 12th place in between the lanes. Chicken Nuts, 13th. So there's your lucky 13. Now let's jump into the chat and see what you guys want to talk about on this fine race Sunday. Chris Villegas saying, who will be the first to cut the grass tomorrow? Yikes. Hopefully a lot of people, because there's some out of control grass. Raining, or it was a soggy day yesterday, a little damp here today. So I don't know if it's going to be anybody around here. Today's invocation will be given by 84-year-old Joe Gibbs, founder and CEO of Joe Gibbs Racing. So there you go. Your invocation going to be given by Joe Gibbs, according to Jamie Schweitzer. And he gave me a good potential poll question. I didn't use it, though, because I didn't see it when I was typing mine in, but it was a good poll question for sure. Let's see. Earth 2, Texas Walker, Geriatric Walkers sponsor the Texas race with the Ranger new hover round in the Texas Walker Ranger 300. Chuck Norris could give the command from the fictitious Texas Walker Ranger adult mobility device. There you go. Earth 2, Chuck Norris from the Walker Texas Ranger adult mobility device going to be given the command to start your engines or wave the green flag or whatever. Let's see. What's up in between the lanes? Good to see you on here. Came close with Taylor Gray, Texas win yesterday, but was correct with Heim time Friday night. Hard to beat Corey Heim for sure. And he outrode the Dente to get that win. Kyle Larson gets the win in the Xfinity Series. And it was not without quite some effort there at the very end. Had to be bailed out by a green-white checkered. Of course, if it wasn't for the green-white checkered, he would have had him by a mile. So interesting finish to the Xfinity race, but Kyle Larson getting the dub on this particular weekend in Xfinity, filling in, of course, for Zilly, which has got to be bittersweet for Zilich there. It's a tough and happy day, I guess, all the way around. What's up, OJ and Toothpaste? What's up, B? Kyle Busch wins a win scheme with 7-Eleven. I hope he does, man. Like it's a good looking car. Hopefully they produce it. I haven't seen it as a diecast yet, but hopefully sometime this week they release it as an option from Lionel. What up, Timber Ace? I love the Chase Elliott gold Napa car, says OJ and Toothpaste. It is a good looking ride, no doubt about it, for sure. Home track for Chris Buescher. It is Prosper, Texas. Chris Buescher's home, Texas. Chris Buescher's home track. John P. Hey, BB, you have inspired me to wake up early on race days. It's like the quote I have built my personal life upon. Be corn on the cob. It's the only vegetable you see twice, usually 12 hours apart. I like it, my friend. I like it. John P. forever with the best creative fiction. We need a John P. poetry book. At some point, we'll launch it. If I ever launch a website, we'll get a John P. coffee table poetry book. Larson's red Valvoline scheme looks good too, says Camara. For sure. If we hadn't seen it a bunch of times very similar to that, I would put it in the top 5, but I like to save the top 5 for stuff we really don't see all the time, for sure. But yeah, it was a tough one, tough decision here today. But I got to put the 7-Eleven up there number 1 because I've just wanted to see a 7-Eleven car for so long now, and I'm super stoked about it. Number 1 best scheme, says Shah, so he's going for Larson as number 1 best scheme. Diamonds for the Jordan brand scheme. Yeah, it's just it's not for me. I'm sure a lot of people like it. Shah saying the 9 is the best color. The Toyota will come on in the second after the stage. James Dennis will win or wreck, says Perry Earl. So Perry Earl going with JDA, the law firm of JDA, James Dennis, Allen, and Hamlin. Should NASCAR tell Chris Wright to turn over his Xfinity license and get more practice in the lower series? It's a good question, Bruce Garvey. Everybody wanted to flame Catherine Legg, blah, 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 blah. Well, now that Chris Wright has done it, I don't see as big an outrage about Chris Wright doing it. And he does it far more consistently, in my opinion. So just pointing that out, interesting statistic. Could be stirring the shit pot too. Who knows? Correct me if I'm wrong. Would the 41 have won the Xfinity race if it went the scheduled distance? I don't think so. I think if it went the scheduled distance, Kyle Larson would have won it. But when he came in and took those new tires, that's when he got behind everybody. So if there had never been any caution at all, I think Kyle Larson would have won it. If it hadn't been for that second green white checkered or whatever, I think you're right. I think Sam Mayer would have stole one for sure. But take nothing away from him, man. He absolutely drove one. And I also wanted to give a shout out to Rajah Caruth. If it wasn't for that second restart in the Truck Series, Rajah Caruth was about to go steal him a Truck Series win as well. So Rajah getting it done on that first restart. The second restart, Corey Heim was ready for it and threw a significant block on Rajah, but I think he still got like a third place. But that was a nice piece of driving from Rajah. Nice piece of driving from Sam Mayer too. But Larson had the newer tires there. Good call, Camaro. For sure. The Kentucky Derby was last night. I rented a pony and I made it around my backyard during the race. I wore a VR headset and put on the movie Seabiscuit. I was in tears at this life changing moment. No doubt about it. And to be fair, I think Tito's was involved. His friend Tito, or maybe Jack, was at the house with him. And did contribute to the Save a Horse Ride a Cowboy incident happening in John P's backyard. Shout out Briscoe, my pick, BB. Briscoe's a good pick. Good pick. Solid numbers here. No doubt about it. He's going to be another dark horse. I like the pick there, Lanes. Hey, OJ, in between Camaro and Shaw, says Jamie Schweitzer. That would be cool if they offered Blue Hog's Larson win yesterday, but I doubt it. That Blue Hog car was pretty cool. So hopefully they offer a race win for that one. What's up, Jamie Schweitzer? What's up, Jamie? Says Lanes and Camaro. Jamie Schweitzer, BB Earth 2 winner today. Earth 2 winner probably going to be Chad Fincham. Going with the conservative pick of Chad Fincham here today. OJ also saying what's up to Jamie. And Shaw is as well. My horse was last in the Derby, says in between the lanes. We need to get rid of the grass. What are they waiting on? I felt bad for Riggs in the truck race and wonder if it will be a significant role in today's race, says Jimmy Howard. Yeah, Riggs, man. He got Riggs versus Thor Sport in that particular deal. I don't know what was going on with that. But Thor Sport had it out for old Lanye. So unfortunately, it ended up that way for him. He did lead some laps, had a fast truck, but sometimes you get caught up in the mess. And that's what happens to him on Friday night. But yeah, maybe at some point they do something about the grass there. If nothing else, even it out. But I do like a grass. I do like a grass infield. So that's just me. The Biff pranked Cletus, says in between lanes. I saw that on Biffle's. On Biffle's. I haven't seen the video, but I saw the thumbnail for it or whatever. So I need to check that one out for sure. In practice, Hamlin and Barry had good long run speed, but the question is, will there be long runs? Says Bruce Garvey. Fair question. You never know. You never know with the tire and all kinds of other stuff. I bet there were a few Xfinity drivers that were butthurt that Zilich had Larson drive the 88. LOL, says Camaro. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And now Zilly knows where he needs to be at. So I would actually, because he seems like a fairly competitive race car driver. Now that he's seen what Kyle Larson could do in that 88, the way he was gapping the field like that, it would not surprise me to see Connor Zilich go out there and be far more aggressive and try to do the same type of thing. So we might see a different Zilich when he comes back as well, for sure. Allegedly, says Shaw. Also, like Pat McAfee, allegedly, says in between the lanes. Happy belated 40th birthday to Kyle Busch. It is Kyle Busch's birthday this weekend, so there you go. Does he get it done on his birthday weekend? Still feeling bad for Justin going lawn dart while leading the race, says Matt Robin. Oh man, yeah, that was unfortunate. Unfortunately, Chris Wright claims another one. Yeah, I don't know. And in this particular instance, in Chris Wright's defense, he did continue to drive his line. He didn't move anywhere significantly different. Just the closing rate was so crazy that Allgaier had nowhere to go. So it was he just caught him. He caught him at a bad spot, and that was unfortunate. Look, Chris Wright's done some crazy stuff in the past. This was more or less to me a racing incident, but doesn't make you feel any better if you're Justin Allgaier, for sure. Let's see, Allgaier 0-28 at Texas. Do you think there will be a big one today? Says OJ and Toothpaste. I don't know, man. It's hard to say because this car races so much different than the Xfinity Series car. I don't know if they're going to be able to separate or if it's going to be close pack racing. It's hard to say, but I do think that there is a chance. I would say 60% chance. BB, I'm picking 5 cautions and 1 red flag other than stage ending yellows. The left tire compound is different than the than the four others, according to Jayski. So there you go. Maybe there will be less grip on the left, and they're not used to that or haven't been able to compensate for it. So at least it's going to grab, one or two drivers for sure. Xfinity Series stats at Texas are insane. 10 wins, 1,795 laps led. Happy 40th to KFB there. Still has a shot, but Ross, horrible qualifying, puts him in a hole every single week. Yeah, he's sort of becoming the old Matt Kenseth. Not good at qualifying, but then just works his way up as long as he doesn't get caught up in somebody else's nonsense. Frankie Muniz leading Cup points on Earth 2, 0 DNFs this season, says Dirty Def. Yeah, been a rough one for sure for Malcolm in the middle. He's toward the back. He's no longer in the middle, but it's that's what rookie seasons are all about. Love race day excitement. Go with Hendrick. Hoping for the number 5 to get a win. The 5, the 9, the 24, the 48, all looking great this year. Says 17 at 76 Revival. I have to agree with you on that. Strong looking group per normal from Hendrick, but they are off to a nice start for sure this year. In between the lanes saying BB will either choose Scott Dixon, Scotty Mack, or Kyle Kirkwood to win at Barber Motorsports Park. For sure. Those are going to be my winning picks every single weekend in IndyCar. David McSwain, what's up, my man? What's up, BB and everyone? Good race to all. The 48, the 8, the 4, or the 8, 48 or 4, says McSwain. I like the picks there. I like the Noah Gragson pick. Don't sleep on Noah Gragson. He seems to be hyped up about that Rush Truck Centers being on his car today, too. Right ones are different than left. Compound in the tire, says Jamie Schweitzer. I never have seen Frankie Muniz that emotional after a crash, says in between lanes. Yeah, it seems to be getting to him now. So hopefully he puts that energy to a positive use and goes out there and gets a nice solid finish here before too long. The problem with getting rid of the grass, the drivers will go lower and lower until we get out of bounds lines and all that mess, says Bruce Garvey. That's a great point. That's for sure is a great point. KFB, Kentucky Fried Bird, says Shaw. We're going with Kyle freaking Busch is the KFB we're going with. No doubt Chris Wright is turning heads this season in the Xfinity Series. Good thing those heads have Hans devices holding them in place, says Dirty Def. I like what you did there. But if I had the soundboard cranked up and I knew exactly where that was, I would, let's see, do we need a laugh track? I don't know if that was the laugh track or not. One of these is the laugh track. All right, one of those was the laugh track for sure. Okay, let's see here. Shaw saying LOL. Joey Logano steals a win today, ending his losing streak just a little late. Good afternoon. What's up, PC Gone Rogue? Logano might steal a win here today. So I like my buddy Brandon in Burlington. He's of the same opinion that Logano is going to win today because of the penalty from last week. He said that that's how NASCAR works. So he is picking Logano to get the win because of last week's penalty. So that's his rationale for the 22 winning. And Enzo saying race day, baby. Woohoo. Enzo at third place in the fantasy points right now, making an appearance. Always good to see Enzo on the show for real. Enjoy the race, everyone, says Camaro 50. All right. Looks like that's the end of it. Final results of the poll question. Keselowski, 57%, going to turn his season around today. 5% for SVG, 27% for Noah Gragson, 11% for young Daniel Suarez. All right, that's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys after the race. Hopefully your driver does well. If not, I hope Kyle Larson wins. All right, peace. Or Kyle Busch.